Hello there. It's that time again to look at some Smackdown. All the wrestling show, baby. Well, welcome to the wrestling show. I'm your most fickle host, Lip Hazlewood, and this is a very cynical look back at the latest episode of representing the WWE and live from the Hershey Center in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's, of course, Friday Night Smackdown, air date September 1st, 2023. This episode is, of course, the road to Payback, which is coming up in a couple hours of me recording this episode. It's true. It's coming up on Saturday. Anyways, now before we get started in the show, just a quick shout out to the non-competitors, non-combatants of the SmackDown. And first and foremost, representing the authority figure, it is, of course, Adam Pearce. Next, getting all the pre-match interviews and all the backstage scoops, they are the team of Kayla Braxton and Jackie Redmond, I believe. And of course, going to the ring, letting everybody know who's going to be fighting and the outcome of such matches. It's Mike Rome. And last but most importantly, it's the play-by-play guys, the commentary crew, the play-by-play guys, the hosts, and I call them the narrators of the whole damn show. They're the team. A three-person team. First, he's the man with the impeccable style, and apparently seeing Gunther's personal barber. It's the very reliable Corey Graves. Next, he's the man Corey Graves refers to as KP, but we all know him as the very enthusiastic Kevin Patrick. Now, finally, he's a longtime veteran of over 25 years and doing 2 shows. It's Michael Cole. And now, without any further ado-dos, let's get on with the show, or Le Show as I would call it. Now we start the show with something huge. Oh my goodness. Break out the musical instruments. John Cena. He comes out there, and I thought John Cena was going to do some sort of tribute to the fallen, either Terry Funk or Wyndham Rotunda. Nope, doesn't do anything. But he does open up the show. Welcome to SmackDown. I'm John Cena, if you don't know. He's wearing his gear, his John Cena uniform, his hat and shirt and matching the whole thing. His wristbands, his sweatbands, everything to his jorts and sneakies. He's wearing his outfit, his outfit he's been wearing for at least 40 years. The same old outfit. That's even outdating Thugonomics we've done about, about 50 years ago. It's a long time. So anyways, what happens here? John Cena's basically, he's happy to be back, and he does what John Cena does. He doesn't make it about himself, which is what you got to do. If you want a crowd on your side, you make it about the crowd. Thanks to you guys. You guys are swell. You guys are swell. I'm John Cena. Without you, I wouldn't have any of these opportunities in wrestling and life. He talks about his opportunities he's had and was going to have and stuff like that. And apparently, this is leading up to him, John Cena, going to be the host. He's going to be hosting a Payback coming up later on in this in the evening, or in this case, the next day. So yeah, he's talked about how he's taking his liberties, being in the ring there to start to host a Smackdown. Even though we already have the hosts, it's Corey Graves. It's a 3-man team. They don't need any more help bolstering the show. Anyways, he started typing up some stuff in the show and whatnot. But it's Jimmy Uso, with his beautiful French braids in there. The French braids are happening for Jimmy Uso. Now, Jimmy Uso, he's turned his back on everything. Turned his back on his brother, especially. His brother quit wrestling right now, apparently. He quit the Bloodline and the WWE, according to Storyline. So now Jey Uso comes out there and he gets in John Cena's face. I'm thinking, oh my goodness, is he going to try and out-talk John Cena? He tries to do things. Look at you. You're wearing uniform. Look at that uniform you're wearing. The John Cena uniform. Blow my nose at you. Snot. Didn't really say the snot part. But he did make fun of his what he's wearing. Look at you. You know, you complete sellout. And so he basically says, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? It's true. I mean, John Cena, like, he's obligated. He's contracted to fight once a year. You know, that's what he does. He's every now and then he comes in just to keep his pro wrestling card. I guess he needs to keep a certain quota so he can still have his wrestling card. Apparently, that's what I'm thinking. So instead of tearing into John Cena a little bit more, Jimmy Uso goes into a diatribe about why he stabbed his brother in the back. Why did he stab Jey Uso in the back? You know? At SummerSlam. So long ago now. Seems so long ago. Mm-hmm. Where Jey Uso is going for the pin on Roman Reigns. His second second title opportunity for Jey Uso against Roman Reigns. Like, Roman Reigns is the only one giving Jey Uso any love with the title opportunities. So anyways, with that match there, now he's talking about, I did it before. I did it for my brother Jay. Out of love. I kicked him pulled him off the pin and kicked him in the face because I love him. Didn't really say that in general, but he did say he destroyed Jey Uso's life because he loves him. And of course, John Cena, you know, he pretty much squashes some Jey Uso in the ring there. But Jimmy Uso, he talks about John Cena being having a lot in common with Roman Reigns, saying that they're very, I guess you can say, selfish. You know, you guys are very like, you guys take and take and take. You know. But anyways, John Cena, he's got something to say. He tells Jimmy Uso that, hey, the wrong Uso quit. Take that. Wow. Showing his colors there. They're identical twins. The wrong twin quit. That's me. That's my quip. Okay, anyways. I make fun of John Cena. I'm not a big fan. John Cena, Cody Rhodes. But the fans loved him. Absence makes a heart grow fonder. It's true. The fans really ate up some John Cena being there. Mm-hmm. Anyways, what happens next is Jey Uso tries to go for a super kick. The only sound you hear is the sound of the slap of Jimmy Uso's hand to his butt. Now, John Cena, I guess, avoids being kicked by taking a half a step backwards. Half a step back, missed the kick. And then the attitude adjustment, whammo. Done. Dunzo. You know, the Death Valley driver sort of thing. It's like, this is more, they call it the attitude adjustment, the Death Valley driver, you know, but it's not really that anymore. He basically gets you on the fireman's carry. It's a fireman's carry takeover, you know, it's basically a takedown maneuver. Not a slam, not a driver. It's basically a takeover. You know, it's like a judo flip, you know. So yeah, from a wrestling move to a judo move. Yeah, John Cena. I don't know if it's good or bad. Anyways, our next match is our first match of the night. It's a tag team match. It is representing the Luftwaffe. That's right, the LWO, Latino World Order. It's Rey Mysterio, your United States champion, and his tag team partner Santos Escobar. I noticed something when they coming down to the ring. Clearly, I thought they're united. You know, but Santos Escobar and the rest of LWO come down with one singular music. And then, yep, here comes the leader. F you! Idiots! Let's play my music. It's better. Everybody appreciates my music. So the guy It comes down there, maybe 80 years old. Rey Mysterio, looking like he's at least 70, but fit. Coming down there, and they're fighting, of course, the newly formed team. Probably could be the greatest team ever now. They got what it takes to be the greatest team of all of wrestling. Maybe I might be calling it a little bit early, but it's the team of Australian's own Grayson Waller and Atlanta's own Austin Theory, former United States champion. Now, how does this match go? Now, this was about 9 minutes long, roughly 9 minutes in length. This was a lot of fun. This was not great, not terrible. A lot of back and forth, you know. Now, Santos and Rey Mysterio, they got a great new tangent move. It's called the, the Dirty Dance. It's a lift, a dancing lift. Oh, you see him dancing. Take jump and I'll catch you. Oh, and hoists up Rey Mysterio and basically just gets him over top of the top rope. And he's caught by both, Grayson Waller and Austin Theory out there to catch good old Rey Mysterio. So now here we go. We have one miscommunication, of course. It's Grayson Waller. It's actually, what's this? Who's at fault here? Austin Theory's holding out, Rey Mysterio. Grayson Waller, then, he goes for attack. He goes for an attack, that elbow shimmy on Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio moves out of the way and he hits Austin Theory in the face with it. Now, who's at fault? Is it Grayson Waller's fault for hitting Austin Theory? Or is it Austin Theory's fault for letting go of Rey Mysterio? Either or, that caused no tension between the two. No tension at all. Now we have a moment in the match where they do a double team. I believe it's Austin Theory and Santos Escobar are the legal people in the ring. And right now, Santos Escobar is outside the ring on one side, and Austin Theory is outside the ring on the other side. They both got knocked out of the ring. They're going to do some sort of double tope suicida. I think that's going to be tough because when they hit the ropes on the other sides, when they hit the ropes, they're going to take each other's momentum away. It's always difficult when you're hitting ropes on two different sides, doing a tangent move. Anyways, they're thinking about doing it, but it's Austin Theory. He gets back in the ring there. Going to give somebody take out somebody's knee. That's what Austin Theory thinks about doing. And looks like it's going to be Rey Mysterio, but no! It's the martyr in Santos Escobar. I think that's the proper terminology for it. He sees Rey Mysterio's in danger. He pushes Rey Mysterio out of the way. Just in time, and then he gets knocked in the knee. No! Santos, no! I did it for you, Rey! I do everything for you, Rey! Take my championship too! Didn't quite say that, but it's okay. So then Rey Mysterio gets up. He takes care of Austin Theory. He gets on his shoulders there. Austin Theory's going to do something. He gets on his shoulders. And they both get flopped out of the ring there. Santos Escobar is still pretty sore. And this is the perfect spot for Grayson Waller, because usually his finishing move, he's got to get outside the ring to do his finishing move, which is the front roll stunner. So it is Rey Mysterio and Austin Theory roll out of the ring there. Santos Escobar, he turns around just to find himself face first with the rolling, Grayson Waller. And it's a stunner. Whammo! It's over. The match was, like I say, around 9 minutes. This was a pretty good match. Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, they got a huge feature. Rey Mysterio, Santos, it's okay. It's okay. Meh. You know what they say. Meh. Okay, so now backstage, it's hilarious. We got Adam Pearce is talking to Michin. Michin is on fire. And basically, who knows what they're talking about, because Jimmy Uso comes in there and says, "Hey, Adam, you want to talk to me about something?" And Michin's like, "Hello, I'm talking to him." It's like, "Yeah, well, he can deal with catering later. I don't know. Adam, you want to talk to me about something?" He didn't really mention the catering thing, but it would have been hilarious if he did, because he didn't recognize who are you again? I don't know what's worse, not knowing who someone is or assuming they're from catering. Anyways, Adam Pearce is like, "You know what? You're being rude." It's like, okay, whatever. And then Michin, so angry. So angry being disrespected like that. Oh, doesn't he know who I am? I'm Michin, damn it! I'm part of the OC! So she goes and complains to the Good Brothers of, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, like, hey, sister, we don't want any part of that bloodline stuff. Man, oh man, do we not want any part of that? No way, no how. And then AJ Styles comes in there and is like, hey guys, how dare anybody make fun of Michin? Michin is on fire. He didn't say that. But he was very upset that someone would make fun of Michin or just, treat her like she's like disrespect Michin. So he's doing what any great leader would do that demands respect for his team. You talk illy of one of your teammates, you stand up and you beat the holy hell out of the person who does it. Make an example. Which is Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, willingly to let turn the other cheek. It's okay. It's all right. Whatever. That's why AJ Styles is one of the greatest out there, because he, that's what you got to do. You got to prove a point. You got to get out there. You got to make yourself noticed. But you got to get that skill. You got to have the skills to prove the bills, pay the bills as well. So AJ Styles wants some satisfaction against Solo Sicoa. Apparently Solo Sicoa. No, actually, he wants some satisfaction against, Jey Uso, actually. Jimmy Uso. That's right. Anyways, moving on. I'm jumping ahead too far. But anyways, moving on. Next up, we got ourselves Bobby Lashley with a promo in the ring there. Talking it all up. Hey, everybody loving Bobby Lashley. Seeing him in the ring there, looking like $1 million with a nice suit. Bobby Lashley hasn't seen a wrestling ring in quite a while. Quite a while have we seen Bobby Lashley actually wrestle. His lackluster wrestling in-ring career without MVP. Oh, it's just bad. So Bobby Lashley, he hasn't done much, and he's starting his new team. It's ridiculous. Now he says, "Now I want to talk about the Street Profits. Why do I respect them? Because I see eye to eye them. Real recognize real. Apparently, real recognize real." So whatever happened to Cedric Alexander and Cedric Shelton Benjamin? Do you not respect real anymore? Are they not real anymore? And when you feel, if you ever feel that Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford is no longer real, are you going to well, whatever, I'll just get 2 new people. It's okay. It's not my fault. Everywhere I go, we're... Anyways. So, yeah, it is now, Bobby Lashley introduces his party. His new party. It is, of course, the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, and they are the new private party, baby! It's a private party. You gotta be invited to be part of the party. So yeah, they're dressed like Bobby Lashley would want to dress if you were them too. So yeah, they're new, more dangerous Street Profits. Mm-hmm. This party ain't for anybody, baby. Okay, so now we go to our next match. And it's a tag team match. Another tag team match. And like the first one there, I didn't mention it, but the tag ropes, they're used, but they're not necessary. They're not necessary now. Every now and then they are properly tagged. But a lot of times they just don't care. Don't care, and the referee doesn't care if they don't tag. Use the ropes, I should say. They do. They high five, near the rope. And the referee calls it a tag, but it's kind of ridiculous. Now this one here is against it's your tag team champion, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. Last time they had a tag match was in WrestleMania. WrestleMania, a long time ago, was the last time they defended their titles. A long, long time ago. I complained about Roman Reigns barely putting up his belt. God damn, it's ridiculous. But anyways, it's this one here, this match. Anyways, it's against the Luftwaffe, the Latino World Order. And I'm the only one who calls them Luftwaffe because I'm a jerk. They are the Latino World Order, the LWO, and representing them is Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde. All alone was Rey Mysterio, was Zelina Vega. you know. But in this match here, it was about, it was a short match. It was just a short, sad match. This was about 2.5 minutes long. 2.5 minutes long. Now, of course, like I say, the tags don't matter. Ref doesn't care. Now, it was, yeah, it was hit and miss with tags, with the tag rope. Now, with that said, the match was basically Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn just stomping the holy hell out of the Cruz and Joaquin. You know, Joaquin Wilde getting some praise about how he came up in the WWE, how he came up in wrestling, actually. The hard way, done everything the hard way, and stuff like that. A lot of praise to the Joaquin Wilde. But it doesn't matter. Sami Zayn takes the illegal tag. The referee calls it a tag, it doesn't matter. Not many tags were done, but, you know. So, here we go, the end of the match. Sami Zayn takes a tag, and, you know, Joaquin Wilde standing by his tag rope there, waiting for a tag. He gets haluva kicked in the face. He gets knocked off the, you know, apron. Knocked out cold, apparently. After that, he haluva kicks the holy hell out of, you know, Cruz del Toro. He tags back in Kevin Owens, and he gives him the old stunner. Stunner, baby, done for, you know, the LWO. Cruz and Joaquin are done. Okay, and that match was like really short. Well under a commercial break. So next up, we got ourselves a little bit of the AJ Styles. He finally confronts Jimmy Uso for being rude to Michin. You know, don't you know who she is? She's Michin, damn it. Michin is on fire. Didn't say that. But Jimmy didn't want any part of this. So he gives old AJ a push. AJ pushes him right back, but harder. He pushes him right to the ground. Oofa! Goes down. And then, of course, right after that, Sicoa knocks the holy hell out of AJ Styles. So here we go. Solo then confronts Jimmy Uso. You don't quit the bloodline. The bloodline quits you. Something like that. Not really like that. But you don't leave the bloodline. You know? That's basically what he's saying. Until the bloodline says you're out. That's what he says, more like it. You don't leave the bloodline. The bloodline says, yeah. So Sicoa is finding his voice more and more. Talk quietly with a big, walk with, you know, carry a big stick, so to speak. So Sicoa, I think he's got a huge future in the WWE, in the WWE, as a wrestler at least. So after that, we got ourselves, I believe, Jackie Redmond confronts AJ Styles about the situation with Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa. And he's so angry. He wants a piece of Solo Sikoa. He wants a piece of Solo Sikoa. So he turns to and finds that the rest of the OC are there. Hey, are you sure we don't really want any part of the bloodline? You know, they're the best group in the entire world. Best team in the entire world. We don't want to tread any toes. They didn't really like that, but they're pretty terrified of taking on the bloodline. But AJ says, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?" Stuff like that. So he wants to take it on. He's going to go for it. He wants a match. He's going to go for it right now. He's going to get Adam Pearce to okay the match. So then up, we got ourselves a little bit of a face-to-face. It's Miz coming all the way from Raw to promote one man, and that's L.A. Knight. That's right. Now, the Miz, when it comes down to mic work, you know, Miz, there's a reason why he's around a lot. He's carried every belt multiple times. His mic skills are next to almost nobody. If you can take Miz, yeah, he's great on the mic. So he's talked about LA Knight, of course, because he got a thing. Miz is promoting LA Knight, you know, in their feud. And LA Knight comes down there. I thought it was going to be Monday Night Raw. Miz came out dressed like a generic LA Knight. I thought today would be LA Knight dressed up like a generic Miz. You know, wearing those glasses and that weird, robe he wears. And a headband, you know. So anyways, didn't happen. LA Knight does come out there, and the Miz does pretty much shred him on the microphone. Miz is pretty saying, I succeeded where you couldn't. Yeah, of course. Miz says, yeah, I came from a reality show. But guess what, folks? So did LA Knight. LA Knight wasn't even successful there either. Wasn't even successful there. So everything Miz did, I guess he's done it better. Everything is done better than LA Knight. And I guess that's true. Finally, LA Knight's got his flowers, and now he's in the WWE, Better late than never, right? And a lot of people did that. I mean, But anyways, right now they're pushing LA Knight, so good. And The Miz says something also true. He's a man who's responsible for crushing superstars' dreams, hopes and dreams. Many superstars' hopes. Most people who team up with The Miz, who turn him, they're gone. Every one of them, Yeah, there's a long history. You got to check his thing. But it comes down to this, LA Knight says, well, Miz, you're just living in a past. You're living in a past. I'm the future, and the present is LA Knight. So yeah, with that, they started scrapping. LA Knight tries to get the Miz. Miz gets LA Knight with a massive chop to the neck. Double chop to the neck. Get finished with the skull-crushing finale. You think that would be it. But apparently, it's not much. While Miz is trying to get out to the ring there, going back to the back, he's attacked by LA Knight getting his flowers, so to speak. His revenge before they're pulled off. And now next, we got ourselves a huge match. It is representing Damage Control, being accompanied to the ring by Dakota Kai, the injured Dakota Kai. Still, at least she's making an appearance. With Io Sky, which is, I believe she is the most sexiest woman of all of SmackDown. It's Bayley! And Bayley this time, instead of wearing her patented Jericho hair bun, her hair ponytail, she's wearing it slightly back, but she just loves those ponytails. Once she decides to get rid of those ponytails and just truly embrace the hair in the front of the face, it'd be a different Bayley. And wearing, of course, covering up most of her ring gear with a t-shirt, too. Bayley, she's got to release her sexiness. Just know who she is, how sexy she can be. Now, who's Bayley got to fight? Why, it is, newly minted Shotzi. That's right, newly looked Shotzi ever since Bayley cut snippets of her hair. Shotzi finished herself off. Now she's officially Tank Girl Shotzi. And now here's the thing. This match was about around 10 minutes. Around 10 minutes in length. Bayley, I like Bayley. She's just not just the sexiest woman in SmackDown, but she's got some pretty nice offensive moves. She's always thinking about doing something different and new in a ring, which is always good. It may look weird sometimes, the old the springboard leg drops and stuff. It's weird, but it's new. It's different. Shotzi, however, doing her best to make Bayley uncomfortable with the head scissors, trying to pull her back on the old ropes. Referee has to stop it before she gets disqualified. Yes. Anyways, they fight outside there. Bayley gets beeled onto the hard concrete floor that's being protected by 5 inches of foam. And then Shotzi goes and does a swanton off the apron outside to Bayley, squashing her just a little bit. None of this time. It's been Io and Dakota were pretty good so far. So we have ourselves Bayley's outside the ring, and Shotzi does one of her massive, this is a very dangerous one, between the first and second ropes, tope suicida, just flattening Bayley pretty good. It was a good spot. Bayley hit that, Shotzi hit that pretty good. And then we got another one here. It is Shotzi gets Bayley in the corner and does a cannonball. Now, this is not your typical cannonball. This is a inverted cannonball. She instead of doing a front bump into a cannonball, she does a, like a back bump, a running back bump. So she kicks her feet up and she lands. It's pretty hard. It's a hard move to take and to do. It's pretty reckless, I'd say. It's a reckless move. I mean, for the front bump, cannonball be less dangerous? I don't know. Anyways, moving on. This match here comes to conclusion with Shotzi climbing to the top rope, gonna do some top rope maneuver. Bayley receives her, and then I guess throws her off. She gets caught off the ropes there. She's hurt for a little bit. Then Bayley decides to go for the big move to get herself disqualified. So she goes and tries to grab Io Sky's belt. And Io's like, no, my belt, not your belt, my belt. No grabby. And this is the referee's like looking at the whole thing. He's like, really? Really? So what? This is how you want to end it, with a disqualification. But doesn't happen. Doesn't happen because coming into the ring, it's Charlotte Flair. Oh my God, Charlotte Flair comes to the ring there, and you wouldn't believe it. Charlotte Flair looks like she's ready to join the bobsled team. That's right, the outfit. She's got the outfit. All she needs is the helmet. And, now another thing with Charlotte. Her I think it's like, looks like wrestling boots. They're wrestling boots with a 9-inch heel. A 9-inch heel on the wrestling boot. Well, at least they're the most impractical boots. The most impractical wearable wrestling boots. 9 inches of heel. Well, you know, Charlotte Flair's tall, but I guess she wants to be a giant. She wants to look like a giant. It's weird. So, yeah, Charlotte Flair looking like a giant bobsled, ready for the luge. Anyway, so with that done, Io Sky decides to get up there and threaten Shotzi in the corner. So ridiculous. Oh, I'm going to hit you. Oh, I'm going to hit you with my fist. I'm going to do it. It's like, really? Come on now. That's ridiculous. And then the referee's like, oh, that's my cue. He goes over to check out what's going on with, Dakota Kai and Shotzi. And while that happens, Bayley checks on, Charlotte. And Charlotte punches her in the face. One punch to the face. And then after that, it's Shotzi gets her. She has got a DDT. She gets one arm hooked over, Bayley's arm hooked over like a suplex style. She grabs a leg, crosses over a leg, a crossover DDT maybe. Crossover leg and drops a DDT. I thought I was going to see some sort of a fancy suplex, but it was not. It was a DDT, and Bayley loses again. Sad to see Bayley lose, but it's great to see Bayley because she's the sexiest woman on SmackDown. I'd like to see her not wear that ridiculous t-shirt and maybe... what are you going to do? What are you going to do? When you think the sexiest woman in SmackDown dresses like Bayley. So next up, we got ourselves a little bit of, oh my goodness, our next match, which is, of course, representing the Bloodline, I suppose. Solo Sicoa versus the original club. AJ Styles, one-on-one. Nobody out there helping out. And this match was about around 15 minutes, I'd say. This was match of the night for sure. Last match of the night, but match of the night. A lot of back and forth, It was really good when the wrestling was very good. Match of the night, the ending was kind of suffered a little bit because it wasn't a clean ending. Was not a clean ending. AJ Styles, Solo Sikoa. Now, eventually, Paul Heyman decides to join ringside. Checking things out a bit. A lot of back and forth. Now, Solo Sikoa, he does a move on to AJ Styles. Kevin Patrick calls out, "Oh, the spinning solo! The spinning solo!" No, this is where I thought it was great. Corey Graves calls out Kevin Patrick being wrong. That's what I appreciate, Corey Graves. He says it's actually the belly-to-belly suplex, but you know what? They do look very similar, and they do. A belly-to-belly and what's the enziguri? The enziguri and the belly-to-belly look very similar. Very similar. One's just closer to the chest, literally. So, with that, we got ourselves Solo Sikoa. He has himself, now he's got this, of course, this Samoan drop. Now this one was a special Samoan drop, a pop-up Samoan drop. A pop-up Samoan drop. Pop-up Samoan drop. Anyways, it was great. That's all I'm saying. So now at the end moment there, we got Finn Balor. He's taking over the match. Not Finn Balor. He got ourselves AJ Styles taking over the match. They go to the ropes there. AJ Styles, hits Solo, knocks him backwards. Solo grabs the referee. It says, "It's time again, referee. It's time." Referee turns his back. AJ Styles, he gets, distracted by Paul Heyman, the wise man. And then right there, he decides to do his phenomenal elbow. He does not see Jimmy Uso come up. And Jimmy Uso does his dance move on the apron. Hoo-wah! Hoo-wah-wah! You can tell he totally missed AJ Styles. But AJ Styles sells it. He gets flopped off the ropes. He gets caught on the ropes there. And then next you know it is one Samoan Spike. The Samoan Spike. The Solo Spike-O, I call it. On to AJ Styles. And that was it. Funk! Oh! You son of a gun! AJ Styles goes down. And the ending sequence ends this. Jimmy Uso gets up there and starts to, "Hey, brother, young brother, we're a team now, right? You helped me out. I helped you out. We're brothers, right? We can be the new Usos." So he goes there to give Solo a pat on the back. He's like, "I helped you." Solo wanted nothing to do with Jimmy. Just like his brother, Jay. He goes to give him a massive Spike-Oa, the Samoan Spike, but Paul Heyman said, "No!" The wise man stepped in for Jimmy Uso. I guess technically Jimmy did help out the Bloodline 2 times in a row now. This time, last time helping Roman Reigns retain his World Championship gold, And this time helping Solo beat, AJ Styles. But after everything's done, Solo and Paul Heyman leave. Solo in a huff. Of course, not happy because he wanted to Solo Sicoa. He went to Spike-Oa, Jimmy Uso. But after that, it's Jimmy Uso taking out AJ Styles with a super kick to the face. At least you think it does because it came awfully close. But AJ Styles with a supercell goes, "Oh, I got hit. Oh, it really hurt. I'm telling you that right now." And then Jimmy goes off the top rope with the Uso splash. And looks up and says, "That's right, I'm part of the Bloodline still. I'm not out because you didn't say I'm out. Even though I said I was out, I changed my mind." And do people care? I don't know. The Bloodline, I think, I don't know. I don't know. My enthusiasm for the Bloodline storyline just don't, I guess it's very up. It's got the same importance to me as the Lucha House Party. Anyways, that does wrap it up for this episode of SmackDown, and concludes the entirety of the wrestling show. So, for our podcast listeners who's been through Raw and NXT right now, if you've stuck around to the very end of the show, know that I hold a very special place in my heart just for you and our YouTube listeners too. I tell you that. But here we go. Stay tuned for an all-new episode of The Wrestling Show coming up in next week.